Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on a Monday. It is Backstage Hall Pass, brought to you right here on Monday from the Hall Around Town Radio Studios in beautiful downtown Springboro, Ohio. Glad to have you with us. Fighting another one of these colds, man. I've got the Barry White voice going today. I do. Hi, Marie. Thanks for checking in. If you're out there, guys, say hi to us. We'd love to hear from you. Jim Kilroy checking in. Jeff Spencer in the house. Good to have you here. Like I said, make a comment. Let me know you're there. I don't always see your names pop up in the stream. So please give us a little shout out. Hollywood in the house from Pullman Lanes and Scott's Bar and Grill down in Hamilton. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you very much. We're going to talk about you at the end of the show today because we're going to do something special from down there on Wednesday. We are. All right, let's see who's checking in here. Gary, how are you? The snowy compound of the Simmons Sanctuary. Yes, it is a little snowy out there, a little chilly out there. Hi, Jeff Spencer. Thank you for being here. Jamie Minnick in the house. Yes. Saw no one this weekend because of this cold. I know. I hope you didn't give me your cold. No, I saw you on Thursday. So you did see somebody because I saw you Thursday night. Hi, Dirk Turner. How are you? Thank you for being here. Hi, Glenn, checking in on the YouTube channel. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, so they did not recover their stuff. I had heard it was recovered, but all the equipment was gone. So their equipment is still missing, the gamut. So we did share that on our page, guys, if you want to look at that and see what was listed as to being missing in action there. But man, they got all their front of house equipment and everything else. So that just plumb sucks for the gamut. A lot of expensive equipment sitting in that trailer. And it was in a storage facility, I heard. That's what's even weirder. I don't get it. Glenn says police are following up the leads. Let's hope they find out who it was. But we have yet to be able to recover Kevin McCoy's guitar either. So yeah, thieves. I hate thieves. Of all things in life, people that are thieves. Terrible, terrible people. Yes. Certainly. Hi, Jim Kilroy. Hello, Marcy. How are you? From Mr. Burroughs Tavern. She had a great weekend of music this past weekend. And I didn't get in there this weekend, but we were doing some crazy stuff over the weekend. We'll talk about it here in just a minute. Hi, Dirk Turner. Yes, it does. I mean, when you get your entire, basically the mixing board, the subs, the main system, everything. So, but everybody seemed to rally around him a little bit. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for stepping into the program today. Dale Robinson, thank you for being here. Let's see what Glenn has to say about that, because that's worthy of talking about here. Yeah, and certainly people were offering up equipment. I know that, and other things, and so that was super. But hopefully, everybody will be sharing that still. Then, if the equipment, I had heard the equipment was recovered, but I guess I heard wrong. So there you have it. Found the trailer severely damaged. That's interesting. Yeah, and the sad part is what all that stuff is, what all that stuff's worth, and what they end up when they steal it, selling it for to just feed a habit normally. And and not to mention monetary worth, but like Kevin McCoy's guitar, I mean, that thing, your guitar becomes your, like I said, your second wife the other day. He took that guitar everywhere, and sad stuff going on in the world. People are crazy. They are. Thank you, Carolyn, for the comment, and thank you. And our thoughts are with the gamut. Hopefully, some of this stuff will get recovered. Sad part is they run that stuff out of state, and it's hard to track. Gets put in somebody else's trailer and only comes out on a show night or whatever, and most people aren't able to track it down. But we'll keep you informed on that. Welcome to the program, guys, on a Monday. It is the 17th of January, 2022. And you're watching Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass here from the studios today. Hello, Stephanie Rumpke. Hello, Chris Reese. We're going to talk about you in just a minute. And yes, Chris throwing out the happy MLK Day. How are you today, Chris? Hope you're doing okay. Stephanie, thank you for dropping by today. All right, I want to get going. I want to talk about, first of all, thank you all for all your sharing and all your support. 2.6 thousand views last Thursday on the Thursday show. So thank you for that. Good week, and good promotion for the musicians who submit their gigs to us, and the venues who certainly support us as well, and that we talk about on the show. So that's a good thing in itself, such as Marcy from Mr. Burroughs, who's on here with us, and really a cool week of music, or a weekend of music. And like I say every Thursday, an ordinarily crappy day can be turned right around by some great music and some live music. And that's certainly what we like to talk about. And we're going to talk about some folks today we got to see. But what I want to do is hear from you as well. So if you saw somebody play over the weekend or last week, starting on Thursday last week, if you saw somebody play, please let us know in the comments, and tell us where you saw them too, because that's important as well to support the venues who support live local music. Hi, Kevin Cooper. Thank you for being here. See what Glenn's got to say again. Yes. Most views I've ever had on YouTube, 103. Wow. How'd that happen? Because we've only got like 75 subscribers on YouTube. I think. I mean, maybe it's up more. I haven't looked at it today, but we did beg everybody last week to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Consider it a backup. If you watch us on Facebook, consider it a backup to that in case something ever goes down on the Book of Face. You can certainly watch us on YouTube. And I would be remiss. Dale, I'll get back to your comment there. Gary, I would be remiss if we didn't say a big hooday to the Cincinnati Bengals. Awesome stuff. I'm not going to say it's been 31 years now, because it's only been since Saturday that they won a playoff game. So we're there. We're glad to have them in there. And Cincinnati Bengals, a lot of hype going on. I was out of town on Friday, and I drove into town, into Cincinnati, came from Northern Kentucky down the hill, and man, Cincinnati was lit up orange and black, all the signs, the billboards, all the businesses and things. As I came into town in the dark there on Friday night, it was cool to see. A lot of support going on. It's kind of funny too to see how many Bengals fans have surfaced that you'd never heard anything out of them. Now they're Bengals fan. So let me get to Dale's comment real quick, and then we'll get to what we have to talk about today. And want to chat about Dale saying he saw Heath Bowling at Fairfield Pub Friday, the Interns at the Grub Pub Saturday, and Wanted Band at the Grub Pub as well. Okay, there you have it. Thank you, Dale Robinson. What's Gary got to say here? He's throwing the hooday in there. Hey, David, thank you. Good to see you at the Bell as well. And always good to see you. Didn't get a chance to talk much. It was loud and busy. Loud and busy. Yes. Glenn opened my video on all his devices. Yeah, Glenn probably has 112 devices on YouTube. He does. He is a YouTuber. Yes. Absolutely. Hollywood saw the Black Violets rock the house at Pullman. I love the Black Violets. Great band, too. Good time there. Hi, Spiros. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Hey, Ed Sawicki, one of the greatest photographers you'll ever meet. And hey, Howard, how are you? Howard Butch Jones. Do I call you Howard or Butch on the show? That's what I want to know. Here's some more comments coming in. Carolyn, who she got to see over the weekend. We'll leave that one up for a minute. And Black Violets are in the house, too. That's good to see. Johnny Fink is here. Johnny, I missed your CD release party, but I would love if you could send me a few tunes off that. If you have it digitally, I'd be glad to play them on the show. If you're independent and I won't get gigged by the Book of Face people, I'd be glad to play them at the end of a show and let everybody hear your new songs on the CD. For sure. Ed, you're a monster photographer, man. Love it. All your pictures, and you get out to so many places and see so many great groups and capture every moment that goes on there. It's good. All right. Cindy says, call him Butch. I'll call him Butch. All right. We'll do that. Man, the comments are rolling in so fast. I can't get to what I want to talk about, but I'll do that here in a minute. Dewey saw Kevin Cooper and friends at the Bell Saturday. And Carolyn obviously saw Kevin Cooper and friends at the Bell. She said, so much fun. And she was at Strauss House for the annual Roses and Sake. Is that it? S-A-K-A? Is it Roses and Sake? All right. Well, there we go. All kinds of good comments rolling in. Hello, Julie Rossello. Should have stayed in Florida. I agree. Yeah, Johnny, I can. I'll Facebook message you an email if you can email it. If not, we'll do a Dropbox thing or something there. I'd love to have some of your tracks to play on the show. Getting tired of playing Bob Cushing. If you're out there, I'm not really tired of you, but we've got a lot of people we've played for a while that are in our little bag of tricks here, for sure. Ed says it's a great CD. Yeah, I just love I love Johnny Fink and his energy on stage and his just absolutely blues power, man. It's great. It's really, really good. Glenn, I'll throw your comments up there as well, but I've got to get to what I did over the weekend because we want to talk about that for a minute. I want to go back to Thursday, 2.6 thousand views on the show. Thank you for that, guys. And then also we hit the Bell and the Bear Jam, as I like to do, and I'd missed a few due to being out of town and things like that. So I want to talk about the Bell and the Bear Jam last Thursday. Huge shout out to the host who magically put this together every week, and that is Jamie Combs, Jim Cuesta, Kevin Cooper, and Kathy Laverde, along with Karis's Magic. They're in her beautiful establishment and fun establishment. It's a magical music night, and really, I call it musical mayhem because it's like anything goes. But Thursday, the last couple Thursdays, been a little slower to start out. The one was because of snow. This week it picked up really quick and then got busy. House band played for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then the house band ended up kind of vacating the stage for 4 songs, and the boys from 1330 came up. And let me hit the house band up for just a second, because the house band, again, when you mix all those people together that are hosts, and then you put Danny Laverde on the drums, you put Rick Dews on the bass, and along with Kathy on the bass occasionally, and a host of other people who get up and play. Really a cool, sorry guys, really a cool night. Always on Thursday at the Bell. But the boys at 1330 did 4 songs, and I want to talk about them for just a minute because, first of all, Steve Bishop on guitar, Rob Nadler, or Nadler, however you want to say it, on bass, Dean Seiler on drums, and Jamie Beebe, I believe is the way you say his last name, on vocals. Great heavy rock band, solid pro musicians, strong vocals, and an incredible stage presence. I mean, if you're a rocker, 1330 is a good one, and you guys will enjoy that. We had a blast watching them play and enjoying that evening with 1330. I'm trying to get some comments up there, guys, as I'm rambling here about my weekend. But Kevin Cooper throwing the thanks to Dewey there, and we missed Kevin Cooper and friends on Saturday because I'll tell you in a minute why we missed it and what we were doing. But Linus Tate, Ed said at the Bell and the Bear on Friday, great group, Linus Tate. They're always entertaining and fun, and some good songs they play. And Jamie loves seeing the 1330 crowd. Yeah, that was different. It was fun on a Thursday to have those guys take the stage for a little bit. Chris Reese got to see Linus Tate, said so good. And Chris and Kenny are loving on 1330. So there you go, showing a little bit of love in the house today for all the folks. So I will tell you, one of the most important things you guys can do for us is hit that little share button, guys, if you will. Hit the share button after the show's over and share it with your music loving friends and pass on to them that we're trying to support local music here and doing all those things. The other thing you can do on Mondays is drop us a comment in the comments on who you saw play this weekend, just like these folks are doing. And we'd appreciate that very much if you would do so. So lots of things we're asking of you today on a Monday. But a huge shout out to the folks from 1330. Appreciate them so much. And like I said, pro musicians, man, good players. Rob stayed up and played a little guitar and sang some with the house band afterwards. And then we had Heather Mattingly take the stage. Host of others. Kevin, if you're still out there, remind me of all the people that played on Thursday night. Chelsea Calloway, I know she was singing. Heather Mattingly singing. Always great. Those two ladies bring the house down with some good sounds. I know Kareem was in the house. I did not see him play, though. I don't know if he ended up playing at the end of the night. I didn't stay till the final curtain call there. But, just pros. Thursday's magical. If you haven't been to the Bell, I preach it a lot. Get there and hit up a wonderful night. And it's always fun. Let's see what we've got coming in there. Yeah. And, Dewey, I was talking about that on Thursday's show. I would love to be able to be so many different places, but just couldn't make it happen. And it's hard. Sometimes I try to bounce from place to place, but when the groups we want to see are, 20 miles apart and stuff, you feel bad for going in and just listening to a few songs and then moving on. So didn't get anywhere on Saturday other than Froggies, and we'll talk about that in just a minute with our friends from the DAT band. Ed's throwing his stuff in. Linus Tate on Friday, Johnny Fink CD release party. And he went to the Sunday Musicians for Mayfield at Mike's Music. Good for you, man. Ed sees a lot of music. Between him and Glenn on here, they could tell us all about what's going on out there in the tri-state and music scene. And Julie says it keeps freezing. Julie, I think that's the Wi-Fi in our neighborhood. Because I was having that same trouble earlier today trying to watch somebody's live feed and it was freezing up on me and all that. So who knows? Saw Dave Taylor, the interns at Foley's on Thursday. Jim Kilroy said the interns on Saturday night at the Hangar. Kara's having no problems. So good. Glad to hear that. Kara, I hope you're feeling better. Absolutely. So let me move on from the Bell. And if anybody else is out there and wants to chime in, there's Kevin Cooper now. Chelsea on vocals and Mason Johnson on guitar. Jim played bass on one or two. There you go. And I know I always forget too. I try to make notes throughout the drink or the night, but yeah, your drinks, your birthday drinks probably caused that, Kevin. I make some notes, but I did not make a lot of notes that night. I was having so much fun sitting there with the folks from 1330 and Jamie Minnick and some other folks, Mary Ann and all. And we didn't get a chance to get too much accomplished that evening. Julie says she didn't know. Yeah, it's crazy. And Kathy is awesome. She's the fiery redhead with the list, as she's known, and does some great stuff. So Friday, I took a night off music. Actually made my way through Cincinnati later in the evening, but I spent the whole day down in the middle of Kentucky, down near Richmond, Kentucky, where my folks live, and went down and spent the day with them and helped them with a few things. And then came back late in the evening that night and missed several events that I wanted to go to on Friday. But, duty calls at times, and I don't get to spend enough time with my parents, and got a chance on Friday to do that. So it was fun, and Mrs. Hall around town was working late. So we made that happen. But then on Saturday, I want to talk about Saturday at length. Saturday was a cool night for us. And Yeah, Sean, how about that? Yeah, they're just south of Lexington there in Richmond, and they moved from here in Ohio to there several years ago, but they're from Eastern Kentucky to begin with, out near Prestonsburg, Wheelwright, Harlan. My mom's from Harlan, Kentucky. So yeah, all right. Saturday, Froggies. They sponsor our show on Thursday, and I get to Froggies quite often. But I want to give a huge shout out to Froggies, first of all, for being a sponsor of our show on Thursday and helping support live local music, no matter where it is and who it is, not just in their venue, but every venue. And Froggies threw us a great table that night. I had a nice table for us. Their service and hospitality was awesome. And we appreciate them very much. And also being able to sit there and hear a full night worth of the DAT band. We stayed from start to finish. And well, I think we were left on the last song. But the DAT band, let me tell you who makes up the DAT band, people. Byron Walton on trumpet and vocals. And he was on a roll, man. Byron was on a roll. He was running high on the Bengals win. He was. He was really animated and having some fun. Joe Poland on sax. And I'll mess this name up probably. Mike Bustamante? Whatever. Mike B on guitar. Elliot Rubin on drums and vocals. Rick Dews on bass and vocals. Actually, Mike Brokamp normally plays keys with the DAT band, but they had a sub in that night. Don Walters from Stays in Vegas was there. And of course, our friend Chris Reese, as we know him as Crease. And Crease was on lead vocals. What do we got? Chris is telling me how to say that. Bustamante. Okay. There we go. Mike Bustamante on guitar. Now, mix all those guys in a blender and you get a party. That band had it going on, man. Jeff Vance from Sullivan Jansen running sound. I don't know who the light guy was, but the sound and lighting was great. The sound was precision, really good. But, Chris's vocals, he's got a smooth vibe to him and an unmistakable voice. I was talking to Rich, the owner. We were talking about Chris and how it's one of those voices that it's different than a lot of people. And you love that. And you'd love to have a guy that you can walk up to the venue and hear somebody singing, that's Chris Reese. And put Byron in there on the background vocals and just a powerhouse band behind him playing songs from Prince, Hall & Oates, Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson, the Commodores, Justin Timberlake, and Chris, one that you pulled out of the air, man. I never expected. Britney Spears. Did some Britney Spears. And also Carl Carlton, the Bad Mama Jamma. You put Ricky Dews on the bass on some of those songs, and Chris and I were talking about Rick. He comes in a golf cap and he stands there in his little zip up jacket, and you think, oh, this guy's just going to stand and play bass. And then he proceeds to turn into the funk master, man. Rick Dews can play that bass and he can hammer it. Lots of fun with the DAT band, and they had people up dancing. And it's not something you see every weekend at Froggies. Froggies has a lot of rock bands. They have but a lot of the people like music. They just sit in their chair. They listen. They have some adult beverages, some great food. And I got to give a shout out to Froggies. Their food was awesome. Stacy in the kitchen helping out. Chris says Jeff's son on lights. That's who it was. Okay. Well, Jeff was an awesome sound man. His son was a great light guy. You guys had a great stage presence. And I do want to talk about ending up, though, one of the shining moments in that is, DAT band is a party band. They do a lot of dance music and high energy stuff. And they bring a couple country tunes to the table, and one of them being Tennessee Whiskey. And the sax and trumpet in that, man, between Byron and Joe, that's some good stuff. And really a version of it and an arrangement of it that you don't normally hear. And they killed that. So what a great time with the DAT band. I have never seen, honestly, at Froggies, that many people up dancing and partying the entire night. In fact, once in a while, you need them to sit down just for a minute and buy another drink, to keep the bar sustained. But the service there was great. The crowd was nice. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. And one thing I noticed is I was standing up front talking to Rich and Stacy at the door throughout the evening. Everybody that was leaving late in the night that were kind of heading out the door said, "Great band, fantastic band tonight," and high-fiving Rich and Stacy, and like this was so much fun. So that's what you like to hear. Good stuff at Froggy's with Dat Band. And follow them, guys. One thing we're going to do on our page, we're going to start to do something a little different here in 22. I'm going to start posting links to band pages on our page and just do a little feature on them once a week or so with some of our local bands that we kind of talk about here on the show and that submit to us in our Who's Playing Out segment. So you have a chance to just click on the link, go to their page, and hit the like button and I want you to do that with Dat Band. That's DATT. Let me not choke on that. DATBAND, Dat Band. And go hit their page up, guys, and give them a like. There's also some merchandise on there that's Dat Band merchandise brought to you by 937 Inc., the folks who provide our merch. And we're actually going to open our store again here. They've had a little sickness in their office, so been a little delay on opening the store back up, but we're opening the store back up this week. So watch for that to hit up here, and it'll come your way. And adding a few items to our, other than hats and hoodies and T-shirts, there'll be a few more items along with kids sizes. We have some people asking about that, so that'll be coming your way. So thank you, Froggies. Thank you, Chris Reese, for being on here, and the Dat Band. And for you guys giving us a great night of music on Saturday night. I want to talk about a couple more things here real quick before we sign off today. And again, if you saw somebody out there that was awesome over the weekend, please put it in the comments. If you're watching this show after we're live, we would love to hear from you. And Caroline, I couldn't agree more. Rick Dews is brilliant on the bass. He's a beast. He is. Yes. Jamie Combs All Around Town t-shirts back on sale. Really? Did you tag him? Maybe I can't see that you tagged him. But yes, we want Jamie Combs involved. I want Jamie Combs wearing one of those shirts. I do. So I want to talk about Tuesday, be it Mr. Burroughs trivia. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. If you're coming to Mr. Burroughs for trivia on Tuesday, round number 3's title is "How About a Cup of Joe?" Joe. So there's your hint for round 3. And if you don't follow our trivia page at All Around Town Trivia, if you're a trivia player, you can follow that. You can get a free point every week, word of the week. And this week's word is Betty White. Put it all together. Put it on an answer sheet in place of one answer, and you'll get a free point. That's how that's going on. And Top 5 Tuesday is going to be coming your way tomorrow. We're going to bring you the top albums that will become 50 years old this year. 50 years old this year. You're going to love this one tomorrow for that. Thanks to my friend Carrie for helping me out with that one. Yes. And there's Carolyn giving a big shout out for Dat Band. Absolutely. So that's going on Tuesday, but I want to talk about Wednesday real quick. For those of you that are part of the programming here, Wednesday with the band this week, we're going to bring you one, and it's going to be live from Pullman Lanes down in Hamilton with the Standard Country Time Band. Going to have a few of the guys on with me after their show at 3:00. They play 1 to 3. And right after that, we're going to hit it up about 3:30 live from Pullman Lanes. And that's going to happen on Wednesday. And we'll talk about the Standard Country Time Band. We'll tell you a little bit more about Pullman Lanes and some of those guys that are in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame. So that's going to be a lot of fun on Wednesday's show. And Thursday, we got another remote on location from the Bell and the Bear on Thursday. We'll be doing Who's Playing Out and our Thursday show live at 5. And then I'll be helping host the Thursday night party for kickoff for Autism Rocks. It's going to be going on there at the Bell and the Bear, and we'll be involved in that. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Love to have you at either one of those locations. So stop in, have an adult beverage, sit around, watch us do one of the shows live, and hang out with us. So that's Wednesday at Pullman Lanes, about 3:30, and then 5 live at 5 down at the Bell and the Bear on Thursday. And we'll be bringing you those two shows this week. So can't wait to do that. If you'd like to have a musical act featured on our page or at our Wednesday with the band and such, we'd love to have you give us a message and we'd add you to that. If you're a band, you want to be added to our gig list, we'll do that. And if you're someone who'd like to be featured on Wednesday with the band, where you can tell everybody about your project and how to find you and all that, we'd be glad to do that. Johnny Fink, looking forward to Autism Rocks 2 on February 20th. It's the 13th annual Autism Rocks. February 20th, it's going off at Laurie's Roadhouse. Johnny Fink headlining that one with the 4 Aces. It's going to be so much fun. It is. And thank you, Hollywood. I'll see you on Wednesday, my friend. Again. And don't overbook yourself Saturday night. I know where I'm going to be Saturday night, Glenn. I'm going to be at the Eagles Project. It'll be interesting to see how that goes with the playoff game going on at 4:30, though. I'm interested to see how that goes. And Carrie, I just mentioned you, man. I'm going to do the top albums tomorrow that turned 50 this year. So you can tune in for that one on Top 5 Tuesday. I got to run out of here, people. But again, if you've got a band that wants to submit some music, we can play at the end of our show. We would love to have that as well, as long as it's not signed to a label and we don't get in any trouble from the Book of Face. We'd be glad to throw it in there. So thank you so much for being with us today. Until then, we'll catch you next time right here at All Around Town Radio. Have a good night, everybody. Get out and support live local music in the venues that bring it to you.